So today, I'll tell you a story about this. You know, as I'm saying, we've been staying up until about 5:30 every morning. And so I was asleep around 10 a.m. And those who know me well, when they try to reach me in the morning and I'm sleeping, they know that they have to call John. So Sam Ellis, I don't know whether some of you know him, but Sam Ellis was looking for me. Mr. Sam Ellis was looking for me. He was calling me. And then he couldn't reach me, so he suspected that I was still sleeping. So he called John. So I was in the room when John came to bang at the door. But he said, da. I said, what's this? Come in. So, and I heard the dogs barking as well. So I was a bit worried, but the dogs always do bark in the morning like that. I don't know why. And then he said, but your Mr. Ellis say or Frel, phone, no. So I looked at the phone and then I picked the call, Sam. I said, Sam, he said, you bed? I said, chala bed. Oh. He said, wake up. We lose the court of appeal. I said, eh? We lose what? He said, we lose the court of appeal. I said, which court of appeal? He said, check your phone. They will lose the court of appeal, oh, Ato Forson. I said, we will lose. He said, I don't understand. He said, damn it, the court of appeal. I said, but I spoke to Dami last night. He didn't say there's court of appeal. He said, you check your phone and call me back. So then I took, you know that thing that when you wake up in the morning, then you go on Facebook or you turn on your internet and the thing is coming, that kind of thing. So the first 100 were the story. And I said, what is happening? So I called a lawyer and I said, is the submission of no case, did they repeat the application? He said, yeah, they did. And it looks like they won. I said, is it unanimous? He said he doesn't know. Then I saw a Supreme Court judge text. And it was, wake up, your man has lost the appeal. So I called the judge. I said, my lord, what's happening? He said, Charlie, the appeal didn't. I said, but who appealed? Did they repeat the application? He said, yeah, they repeated the application. I said, but did they ask for a stay of proceedings? He said, no, he doesn't think they did. Or he doesn't know whether they did and the stay of proceedings failed. I'll explain all this when we get to the matter anyway. He doesn't know whether they did and the stay of proceedings failed. I said, Then I checked my phone. Other people had called me. A lot of lawyers, plenty were texting me. Then I asked the Supreme Court judge that, was it unanimous? And he said, I don't know. Let me check. But I think the Supreme Court judge had something he was looking at. He said, wait, let me check. He said, no, it was 2-1. Then by that time, I was fully awake. I said, 2-1. Really? What was the reason? He said, oh, they will give the reasons later. But the effect of the thing is that the submission of no case have been upheld by the Supreme Court, by the Court of Appeal. I said, wow. So I looked at the time. It was 11:50 something, almost midday. I said, hey, I've been sleeping that long. Okay, but I'm going to bed around 5:30. Then the work started. So somebody texted me from America. I said, Charlie, they are tearing you into pieces on social. Have you seen it? I said, what did they say I've done? I said, you check. They sent me some of them have caricatured me like this, and they caricature me like this. Say, lotto forecaster, something, all those things were inside the thing. I said, you, Mate. Then I went for the formal information I was given that this is what has happened. Then I called Sam Ellis. It was about half an hour after we spoke. And I said, Sam, I've seen the thing. Oh. He said, Charlie, so that be the matter. I said, but Sam, this is not a problem. Courts, you go, you can win, you can lose. When they win, court is good. Is that not so? When they win, their court is good. If the court you can win, you can lose, it doesn't mean anything. The Court of Appeal is, in any case, not the end of the matter. We are all subservient to what the judges say. What the judges say is law until it is overturned. So when a judge says something, we take it like that. We accept it. We are not going to say that and the judge was influenced and he was giving money and he was giving promotion and his sister was giving appointment. That's not democracy. That's not how democracy works. When you go to the court and the court says blue, that is blue. You always have an opportunity, if the court is not the review of the Supreme Court, to be able to challenge it. So when the court says blue, you don't come out and say the court said blue because they were influenced by Akufo-Addo, they were influenced by Yoni Kulendi, or they were influenced by Georgina Wood. No, that's not democracy. So I don't have any problem with this. Let me check with the Office of the Attorney General and see what their reaction is. So I called the Office of the Attorney General. I called Wilberforce. He picked the call now and said, oh, Charlie, boss. I said, Wilberforce, Charlie, it looks like we lost the question. Charlie, we lost 2-1. I said, so it's confirmed 2-1. I said, so who are the two? Then he gave me the names. I said, but what are the circumstances? He said, Charlie, we don't understand. I said, so what was the gravamen of their argument? He said, well, they said the ambulance did that. He gave me that. I said, so where is the boss? He said, he has not come to office at home. But he says he's doing a statement. I said, so have you spoken to the media and can you give us an interview on Metro TV? He said, no, boss, I'm not speaking to the media now because boss is writing a statement. So when he does the statement, he'll send it to me. And then I said, okay, so as soon as you get it for me. So can I call him? He said, well, he said, I spoke to him. He said he's doing the statement. So you wait a little. I'm sure that he knew you were sleeping. That's why he hasn't called you. So I'm sure that when you finish the statement, you get it. I said, okay. Then I called Parliament. And I asked my people, Charlie, what's happening? They say, Charlie, your man Babaru is on the floor. Talking plenty. I said, have they poured powder on Ato Forson? He said, not yet. But Ato Forson is in the chair. He's sitting there. I said, who is presiding? He says, Speaker Himself. I said, hey, so what is president? Parliament are discussing it right now. I said, but when did the thing end? He said, well, just this morning. Then I called my people at Makola Law School. Same thing. They say, Charlie, the thing has come. Oh, this is the situation. I said, but I think that there's a small sense of victory for everybody in this matter. And I'm very excited that it is 2-1. I'm very, very excited about that. So I took my phone. I called my producer. Where are you? He said, oh, boss, I just left court. I said, so the appeal. He said, Charlie, boss, we lost. Oh. That's the beauty of democracy. Those people that when they lose, all hell must break loose and they must take knife and dagger and kill somebody and accuse somebody of bribery and forcibly. Yesterday, this man, the one who was talking about me, he says I'm gay and what was his name? Due respect guy in America. He's talking about, in addition to talking about me, look at the way they sent it to him. Look at the way he insulted the judge. Look at that. He just insulted a female judge. Just insulted her. I mean, is that also media? Anyway. So I said, well, no problem. So let's go and put this flyer up. So I organized the flyer, sent it to my proofreader, read it. She said it's fine. Then I said, let's put it out. The Court of Appeal has acquitted Minority Leader Ato Forson in the ambulance case. Our friends in the NDC are ecstatic. So today, the court is good court. The court is not a unanimous FC. It's not a Akufo-Addo's court. It's a good court. Congrats to Minority Leader. Much more on Good Evening Ghana tonight. Don't miss it. So we put this poster up quite earlier than our normal poster because Charlie, the pressure on me was too much. So when I put this up, I noticed that the voices were dying down small. Because they know that it is true. Democracy doesn't work like that. When you lose the case, you've lost it. If there's an appeal, you can appeal. You can disagree with the ruling and you can express your views on it. You can express your hard views on it. If it is not the Supreme Court review, you can always go to the next stage and seek the opinion of the higher court. That is why the courts are created in a hierarchy. The High Court, the Court of Appeal, Supreme Court review, created under the Constitution. Let us all learn from this, that when the case is lost, we don't come and insult judges. When the case is lost, we don't come and say that the judges have taken bribe from John Mahama if he's president. We don't come and say the judges have taken bribe from Akufo-Addo if he's president. We don't come and say that we saw the judge driving from somewhere and there was something in his car and some journalists come and do like they have some information that nobody has and there are some humorous people, this due respect people, they are just practicing media of insults and then they come and stand there and say the judge is a thief. How is a judge a thief? A judge is doing his work. A judge can be wrong. Many times it has shown that a judge can be wrong. A judge who has ruled in the majority can also be wrong. We know of the famous case of Lord Denning. Denning, in most of the dissenting opinions that he had on the English court, the dissenting opinion of Denning, dissenting means that he lost the case as a judge. He was on the minority side. The dissenting opinion of Denning usually became the law 3-4 years down the line upon appeal. So a dissenting opinion can become the law. So let us take our time and let us appreciate this democratic institution called the judiciary, who have a very important role to play. They do not force their rulings on us. They share their rulings with us. They give us their rulings and allow us to go up to the Court of Appeal, go up to the High Court, go up to the Supreme Court and test the law that they have given us. That is the essence of democracy. So people should learn that. Not when you lose a case, you don't come and hold a press conference and insult people who did the case. Insult the prosecution, insult the judge because you didn't win. Today when you win, the court is good. When you lose, the court is bad. That's not democracy. That's immaturity. That's infantile behavior. It is infantile behavior. Anyway, let's see.